Hi guys, it's Mrs. Ramsdale here with an explanation video on our Yellow Team hub. We created this hub as kind of like your one-stop shop for any information that you may need, or hopefully you can find any answers to questions that you might have. As you can see right here, there are different tabs. These tabs are linked. So if you want to quickly access any of these things, you just click on the tab and it will take you there. So if you have questions about science, you click on science and it takes you straight there. To move it forward, you just click your arrow screen and it will take you through the slides. So I'm going to start back here at welcome. Here you have the pictures. These are your teachers, Mrs. Goldsberry, Mrs. Burns, and myself, Mrs. Ramsdale. We are the teachers of the Yellow Team. For our welcome, here you will see our different Bitmojis. If you were to click on any of these Bitmojis, you would be able to watch the video that is about each of us. Mrs. Jackson, or I should say Dr. Jackson, sent these out, so you may have already watched them, but feel free to watch them again. I'm sure they're very entertaining. So you would just click on it and it takes you straight to it. I don't want to watch myself. All right, communication. Communication is key between parents, teachers, and students. And we feel that if we have an open line of communication, then our student will be more successful. So here's how you can get in contact with us. First things first, our office number is right here. It's 614-834-6400. This will get you to our wonderful secretaries, Mrs. Kapanik and Mrs. Calvetter. If you need to get to us quickly or get your child a message, please call the office. These numbers here for Mrs. Burns, Mrs. Goldsberry, and myself, these are typically our phone classrooms, but we put those straight to voicemail when we're teaching. So you will not be able to access us during the day, but you can leave a message. Please give us about 24 hours to get back to you the same way that you got in contact with us. So if you give us a phone call, we'll call you back. If you send us an email, we'll email you back. Be careful here because this is a link. Right here is an underscore for all of us. So it's Sheila underscore Burns at PLSD, Joan underscore Goldsberry at PLSD, and then Kristen, well, I just hit it, underscore Ramsdale at PLSD. Those are our emails, and you can send us an email at any time. All right, the buzzword of this year is SOP. Some of you in business, like my husband, he knows that that means standard operating procedures, and we have a lot of them this year. So when you click on here, you will see three different icons. You will see a picture of Tollgate Middle School, and these are expectations for the school. Then you will see that we have certain expectations when kids are at school and when they're at home learning virtually. The way that you can access these links is just by clicking on the pictures, and it will take you to most likely a slideshow. So we would like for you guys to be able to go through these. I'm not going to go through all of these with you. You can click through with your arrow, or if you hit present here, it puts it in a nice, bigger, interactive manner. So I'm going to X out of that and go back here. Same thing with in school and virtual. Basically, these are just saying when we are in school, here's what we need you to do. What our expectations. So in class expectations, and then there's virtual expectations. Get these coming up. Some are repeats because we still want those expectations to overlap, but you will see that we have Google Meet expectations and virtual expectations. So we encourage you guys to go over those. We will be going over them with the kids as well, but you guys will learn a lot from this too as parents. All right, next tab is ELA. This is the hub for Mrs. Goldsberry. So each teacher will have what we call a syllabus, so you can see what we're teaching or what is coming up. Teachers, at the end of the school year, last year we were kind of thrown into this, so unfortunately we didn't have enough information for some of the parents. And so these last 3 weeks, we have been doing that. She has ELA SOPs, standard operating procedures, to see what her expectations are during ELA. You just click on her picture. As you can see, pretty much any picture is a link. And so she'll go through many different slides, maybe about effort, iReady, that's very important, writing, independent reading. All right, so those are important to go through. She will go over those with the students, but parents, you may want to go over them as well. Moving on to math, Mrs. Burns, she will be teaching a couple different classes. Oops, excuse me. This is her math syllabus is here, so you just click on this picture, and then her SOPs are here. Same for science. Here is where you would click to see my syllabus of what we'll be teaching and when it will be taught, and then my SOPs. And same for social studies. Click on the picture, view the syllabus, click on the link to view the SOPs. This last tab is a very important tab. As you can see, it's weekly lessons. With the weekly lessons, each teacher will be linking the students' lesson plans for the week. So we do not have anything linked right now because we don't have them completed yet. So we're working on those. But by week 1, your child, as well as you, if you're wanting to know what they are expected to be doing on their virtual days or in class, you would just go to any of these links or these pictures, and you would click on the link. And it will pull up our lesson plans for the week. So then your child knows what they need to complete. It's very important that your child understand what they need to do virtually. We are encouraging kids to complete all virtual lessons before they come to their in-person classes. We will be doing lessons and activities and projects on those in-person days based on the virtual lessons. So it's very important that you encourage that and keep up to date with that. So this is our Welcome Hub. It's an ever-changing live document, so be sure to check back in. You know what? I skipped a part of communication. Sorry about that. I just realized. Here's how we're going to be doing parent communication. We definitely have email and phone. I kind of call those the old-fashioned ways, but those are what we know. We are also going to be using Remind 101. With Remind 101, we are asking all of the Cohort A parents and students, if they have a phone or a device, to text at 49K937 to this number. Anybody in Cohort B will text this link or this code to this number, and that will automatically link you to our Remind 101, which is how we will be sending out what we call blasts and reminders. We do have some social media here. Tollgate Middle School, if you're on Facebook, you can follow Tollgate Middle School. I will be creating a Yellow Team Facebook page where we will post updates and pictures of what's going on during our day. Our PTO has a Facebook page as well. So if you look up Tollgate Middle School PTO, you can join that and see what's going on. For those who like to tweet, the Yellow Team does not have a Twitter handle, but you can follow Tollgate Middle School, and we encourage you to follow Pickerington Local School Districts just to be updated with information. Also right here is talking points. This is something new this year. You all got most of you got a message through talking points. It just comes across as a text. We'll be using that as well. You can download the app, or just it'll come as a text. And as you can see, this was parent communication. The next slide is student communication. So we believe that, like I said, communication is essential to our child success or student success. We will be available during academic work time, which is called AWT. And this is where students can sign up to meet with their teacher if they're having issues. Students also have the ability to email us when they're working at home. However, you got to remember, if you're in cohort A, you're at school on Monday, Tuesday. If you email us on Thursday or Friday on your virtual, we're still teaching during that time. So you definitely need to allow us 24 hours to get back to you, or we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Each child will have an agenda and a folder. The agenda basically is where they'll write down all of their assignments. So you can also find their assignments in Google Classroom, which we'll talk about here in just a few minutes. Folders, they will have a take-home folder that they will put homework in, or they will have individual class folders to where they can put any work that needs to be completed. We would like for parents to be checking the agenda nightly just so you can be on the same page as your child. We will give you test and quiz dates in advance. If you have a note, or if your child has a doctor's appointment, or you have a question for us, you can send it to us in the agenda. Also, Google Classroom is a big communication tool for us to the students. So students need to be watching or checking their Google Classrooms regularly to view the announcements or assignments that we are providing them. Don't forget, kids, when you do an assignment, you need to click turn in. That way we know that you have submitted your work and it's completed. And that's one of the ways we'll be taking attendance as well, is when students complete work. I think most of you, or those of you who attended the Meet the Teacher, we already had you log into this or join our Google Classroom. This is for kids only. Again, this is the student communication. Parents, you cannot be members of the classroom. That's just a district policy. So only kids can be members. If you did not attend the Meet the Teacher, we would like for you to join our class, our yellow team class code based on your cohort. So check that. Students, when we do Google Meet, that's this bottom icon here. When we do Google Meets on maybe it's Wednesday or on, we need you to attend those meetings at the scheduled times. We could be doing things that might update you or teaching you a new concept. So when we set up a Google Meet, you are encouraged to attend. We also are encouraging students to email teachers with questions if they have any. How to make a Google Mail message the appropriate way. Believe it or not, kids love to write their entire message as a subject. We don't want that. So this is just step by step of how to send an email in proper form, which brings us to our SOPs. So like I said, if you click the arrow buttons, here's our team schedule. It will tell you when your child has period 1, 2, or 3. We will be doing a rotation. It also shows us our lunch and recess. As you can see, recess is going to be before lunch this year. So students will have recess and then come in and eat lunch, which I find as a parent of a student who likes to ditch their lunch and get out to recess, this hopefully will fix that. Please be mindful when you are pulling your child out of class, especially because we only see them 2 days a week. If you could try to pull them out at certain times where they're not missing in class instruction, that would be great. Here you can see that specials are 10, 20 to 11. I don't want kids to miss specials. However, specials are going to look a little different this year. Also, academic work time. This is a good time to have your child for an appointment if you would like. As you can see, there's only a few minutes here, so around recess lunchtime is a good time as well. Dismissals at 3:30. Kids will be a staggered dismissal to keep that social distancing intact there. And as you can see, I am just hitting the arrow button and it takes you through. A really cool fact or a really cool thing about this hub is for those of you who are tech savvy, if you go to the link and hold down on it, you can make this part of your home page on your phone. And so it will look like an app, so you can access it at your fingertips so easily, and you don't have to come back to this email. So, if you have questions about how to do that, I would love to help you. Um, I'm sure you could even ask your kids, but basically, you pull up the website and then you just add it to your homepage. And when you add it to your homepage, it's there like an app. We appreciate you taking the time to go through our Yellow Team Hub. Um, Feel free to email us with questions about the hub. Um, Give us a call. But like I said, Wednesdays we will be in meetings and then meeting virtually with our students. So if we happen to be on a Google Meet and you want to jump in and ask a question, feel free to do that. We appreciate your time and we look forward to having a great year. Have a great evening.